Welcome, folks, to K-Drama School. I'm your host, Grace Jung. Nice to be here. Great to be here. Let's hit the green ones. Yeah, I'm wearing kind of like a greenish, yellowish. It's like a green, yellow, lime yellow overalls. And I used to wear overalls a lot when I was in elementary school, like third grade, second grade. Yeah, I think all the way up to like fifth or sixth grade, I was obsessed with overalls. Yeah, like I stopped wearing them after elementary school for some reason. I never wore a pair of overalls ever again. And then I saw these online and I was like, I must have them because they're yellow. And I don't know, lately I've just really been into that color, yellow. I think it's a powerful color, right? Represents our power source, our power center, our solar plexus radiating out from our torso. And I think I'm just sort of in that phase of like being really okay with me, and being okay with my power and the good that I have inside of me to share and all that juicy stuff. I am going to talk about the show The Light in Your Eyes today, which is it's been around for like 4 years now. It came out in 2019. And this is not a like long series. It's only 12 episodes, which I appreciate. I appreciate it when shows are shorter. And it stars Han Ji-min and Kim Hye-ja. And what's going on is that Han Ji-min plays Kim Hye-ja's younger self, and then Kim Hye-ja is playing the older version, but the name stays Hye-ja. Yeah. And Kim Hye-ja, for those of you who don't know, she is like this veteran actress who's been around since the 60s. All right, like she is like, I don't know. I think the day that she passes away, it'd be like, oh, like that first generation of K-drama actresses has passed, and she is one of them. But like I think one of the most famous shows she's done is Frog Husband. And in that one, she is playing a woman who has a husband who is cheating on her. Frog Husband was controversial because it included a storyline about an affair. And at the time, like television was just considered like a very public medium. I mean, it's still a very public medium, but because it's so public, it had to be like, oh, the public consciousness is the same as your consciousness, and everybody has to assimilate mindfully, collectively. Like very assimilationist, very mob mentality, especially in the 60s, because the South Koreans were mobilized in that way by their government. And so when this show came out from MBC, the show's ratings were like, it was an instant hit. It was skyrocketing because marriage scandals, marriage affairs, like this was just something that wasn't talked about in the media at the time. And so if there was a show that was talking about it, everybody wanted to see it. Yeah. And this was kind of the show that cued NBC and other television networks into realizing, oh, people want scandal, people want affairs, people want juicy shit. And that's sort of been the genesis of anything and everything makjang ever since. I think one of Kim Hye-ja's complaints after she reached her 60s was that there were no more roles for her. She'd been in like dozens and dozens of TV shows. She's done a bunch of films, and she was just like, why am I suddenly out of work? She's like, I'm a veteran actress. Like I know how to act better than anybody because I've done it more than everybody else, but why am I suddenly out of work? And I think that's a very valid question. And I don't think that we've all answered that question just yet. Why do we not showcase more diverse stories with the elderly included? I mean, aren't the elderly also going through their own journeys? I mean, it's not like life ends when you reach a certain age. Life doesn't end until the day you stop breathing, the moment you stop breathing. So what other you know, qualms or worries or concerns like do the elderly have, do the senior citizens have? And I'm not talking about like shallow like like, oh, like being a mother or being a grandma. No, fuck that noise, fuck that. I want to hear, what are you afraid of? What is the thing that's driving you crazy to this day? You're 79 years old and you're still afraid of this. What is that? What is that? That's what I want to know. And I feel like the way that this is both in Hollywood and in South Korea. I don't think either of these countries in these industries have figured out how to showcase storytelling that is dynamic and rich and new when it comes to senior citizens. And I want to see more of that. Kim hye-ja is playing Kim hye-ja, and she is a 25-year-old woman who suddenly wakes up and she's like in her 70s. And she's like, what the hell happened? It has something to do with this watch. Yeah. The show is interesting. It's like funny at times. I think having Son Ho-jun in there, such a godsend. Son Ho-jun is, I don't know, he just has it. He has this like real excellent comedic thing about him. I mean, he was a godsend for this show because the show can be very sentimental. It could be very melodramatic, and it kind of turns me off sometimes when shows get too much into that. So having a character like Son Ho-jun who brings in that like weird, zany, absurdist, humorous element, that comic element, it balances out the flavor a lot. And I thought Son Ho-jun was excellent in this series just because he was such a clown. Yeah, he was perfect. This is exactly what the show needed. Lee Jung-eun, she plays the mom. She's always great. I love her. And there's a part in the series where we're flashing back to Kim hye-ja and her son when they're young, like when the son is a little boy. And she keeps making kimchi jjigae, which is typically made with pork. And the reason why kimchi jjigae and pork go so well together is because the fat from the pork melds into the broth and it just brings out this really rich flavor. And it gives the broth this like thicker sort of consistency, and it makes kimchi jjigae what it is. So that's why pork is used. But back then, back when Kim hye-ja was, like let's say 50 years ago, like a lot of people were not able to afford meat. Yeah, that's part of the reason why South Korea eats so much red meat today. It's because now it's just available. Now meat is everywhere. It's affordable. Everybody can eat it. And it was this coveted thing. Like to be able to have meat on the table was a really like a rich people thing. It was something that people aspired towards. Of course, today, now that we're more health conscious, we are very well aware that meat, especially red meat, is full of carcinogens. And me, I don't really eat meat anymore. Yeah, I don't eat red meat. Pork, beef, it's something I just kind of avoid. In the last few months, I don't think I've eaten any beef or pork. I did have chicken like a month ago or something in a burrito, but even chicken, like I hear it gets like loaded up with sodium, and yeah, like I'm not down with that. I don't really want that either. So she's making kimchi jjigae in this show without pork. What's the substitute? She uses omuk. Omuk is a fish cake. It's called odeng in Japanese, and it's this thing that is like mostly different scraps of fish that they grind up, and then they add some wheat flour into it to give it this like make it stick together, to give it that glutinous sticky consistency, and then they turn it into a ball, or they'll turn it into these flat sheets, and then it gets thrown into typically tteokbokki. Tteokbokki has a lot of amuk in there. And in this kimchi jjigae that hye-ja makes, she uses omuk as the protein substitute rather than pork because it's a cheaper substitute. The fish cakes, it's like highly processed. It has sugar in there. It has wheat flour in there. And it'll bring out like that consistency and that protein flavoring into the kimchi jjigae that she can't do because she doesn't have the pork, but she'll use the omuk instead, right? And I was like, oh, that's so like that little specific scene, it just tells a lot. It just shows a lot about what's going on with the family, right? Like the mother wants to give her son the best, but this is the only thing that she can afford, and she can't do anything else about it. And at some point it's like looked at this thing as like, oh, this was like a nostalgic thing. This is something you used to love. It's like, no, it wasn't a nostalgic thing. This was a force of circumstance. This was something that the son and the mother ate together at the dinner table because they had nothing else to eat, right? And it's like, well, how do we turn this like sad poverty story into a nice one? And her dementia is, taking her into different places in her mind. And I think exploring dementia or Alzheimer's disease is a really great or brilliant way to explore, well, what does this mean about time travel? You know, is time travel like literally like you go into a machine or you have a watch? In this case, it's a catalyst. The watch is the catalyst, but do we need this like foreign external substance or this external element to cause time travel? No, like it's something that we can easily do in our own minds. And that is what hye-ja is doing as she is undergoing this process in her mind where her brain is debilitating, it's coming apart at the seams, and she's time traveling in her mind, in her psyche. And I thought that was just like a really intelligent way, like a clever way to explore time travel as a theme and also just the mechanisms of the mind. Yeah. How does the mind work? How does the mind cause us to go to different places? Because we've all felt this, right? Like, we all know what it's like to suddenly disappear from the present moment and end up somewhere else mentally. I think it's something everybody can relate to. So I thought that was a fascinating and brilliant way to explore these themes. I am going to talk to our good friend Julieta Degese. She was very kind enough to make some time for us to play with some flashcard questions. So let's talk to Julieta Degese.
Is that how you laugh?
There's a cat behind you.
Yes, look at the cat. Yeah, there's also a dog. Bandito, vení.
Oh, Mandito! Hola!
Mi gato Gracie.
Hola, Peri! Hola! Mandito! So cute.
Yeah. No,
It's okay. He was saying hi.
I don't know.
I just got bit by a mosquito. Are there a lot of mosquitoes in Berlin right now? Because there's like so many in LA. It's
No,
insane.
no. I mean, no. It's like 9 degrees. But there was like a big spider thing happening in the summer, and I got bitten by a spider. It was pretty bad.
Okay, spider bites are real. And when they bite, it scars, it gets itchy, it blisters, right? It's awful.
Yeah, I still have like the little. I mean, it's been like 3 months, and I still have like the little eyes. It's kind of freaking me out.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, but they straight up bite you because spiders live off of blood. They're
Since when?
always like not always human blood. They'll catch like a fly or something,
And
but
drain it.
they will drain the blood. Yeah, so
Uh,
they're like vampires anyway. So if they see a big giant human and they're like, well, they're full of blood. I mean, logically, as a spider, I would go and bite them too. It's just they're in their nature, right?
ew. No. Do you need to put something to your little mosquito bite?
Yeah, I just got bit like while I was in here.
Oh, it must be there. But I
There's a
think
mosquito in my studio.
I heard that it can only bite you once.
No, that's not true.
No?
Yesterday, I was sitting on my couch and I was like, just doing some work on my couch and I felt like itch here, here, and on my shin. And I'm like, what's biting me? Because I didn't see anything, right? And then like 15 minutes go by and I was like kind of bending forward and I look on my couch and there's like a giant black mosquito just like resting there. That was a son of a bitch that was biting me.
You kill
So
it
I killed it and like my blood went all over the couch. It was so disgusting. I was like, "Oh my god." It was a big fat mosquito. It was really big. It was like cuz mosquitoes are very small, like you could barely see them. Right now in LA, there are these giant, massive monster mosquitoes that are buzzing around, and people are getting more bit than usual. Because usually in LA, I don't really get bit that much. It was like in Berlin. When I was in Berlin, I didn't really get bit that much by
No,
mosquitoes.
something came in Germany that was not here before. Dengue, you know dengue?
Dengue fever?
It's yeah, it's here. So, it's here. No, but
Woo! Welcome! Hey, dengue!
who wants that? No, but you can get a shot, so it's okay.
Good. Yeah, that's like a third world country disease, dengue fever, isn't it? It's like
Yeah, we have it in Buenos Aires, like in Argentina.
sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
Well, all right, Huli. Oh, this is what I want to ask you.
Ah,
Um, When you were growing up, like, did you play any instrument? It's like it's
He's an asshole. He knew that you were waiting
he
for it.
knows.
He
He
knows.
knows. He knows. Okay, when you were growing up, did you play any instruments? Is what I want to ask.
I mean,
Yeah?
um, he's so close to me. Uh, I tried to play piano,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't go to classes, so I didn't learn.
Oh,
But
okay.
my parents really tried. And then the flute, if you can call that an instrument.
It is an instrument. It's a very real instrument.
Oh, okay. I just feel like air air instruments are not really instruments. I don't
Are
know.
you serious right now? Like the trumpet doesn't count, the clarinet doesn't count,
I mean,
the tr
the saxophone, I can count it,
only the saxophone. Of all the wind instruments, only the sax. How interesting.
and some
Wow.
trumpets. Okay, some
And
trumpets.
some trumpets, not all of them, just like one or two. So you played the flute.
Am I being controversial right now?
No, you're being funny.
Oh. You should see the dog right now.
Yeah, you look very nervous.
I'm so nervous because he doesn't do this. He knows that something is happening, that he should be well behaved, and he's like, "I'm gonna fuck this up."
No, I think it's because he's excited because you're excited because you're talking to me and like
Oh, that could
your
be.
your energy is all like up. Because when you were just pet sitting, you were just calm, probably looking at your phone, like very calm. But right now you're talking and you're like engaging and laughing, and the dog is getting excited.
Try to. Oh, maybe I can put him in the balcony. Wait. Go to the balcony. Go to the balcony. Come on, go. Go to the balcony. Oh no, the cat is going to the balcony. What's wrong with you animals?
The
Well, the
dog.
dog didn't go to the balcony. The cat almost goes to the balcony.
Yeah, I saw the cat jump off, and I was like, oh, the cat
Yeah,
must.
he was like, the balcony?
Yeah, they all have their own. Oh, I see that he's right there.
Oh my god. Don't bite me, you little bitch. Hey.
Okay, so you played the flute. Well, I mean, Lizzo plays the flute.
Yeah, but Lisa's Lisa.
Oh, okay, so only Lizzo's flute is real.
Yeah. Is that too loud?
I mean, I could hear him, but it's not as loud as him barking in the room.
Okay.
But that's not gonna annoy your neighbors?
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm
Okay.
in the last floor.
Okay.
Oh, so cute. The cat is doing this.
Oh no, we really need to finish this up soon then. Okay, I feel bad. Okay.
No, no,
All
no,
right.
whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, Lisa,
So
but
you
she can.
played the flute and you play.
Like, you should like just air this like this because it's such a bomb. It's
Is a
like,
cat meowing and a dog a barking. Okay, so you play the flute, you play the piano, but you did not excel in either. It was like
no.
just a few lessons and then you stopped. Okay. Okay, that's actually consistent with me too. I played the piano, I played the flute, but I didn't like excel in either. But I had a like, okay, why do you think you just didn't go to piano lessons? Like, what was the reason for it?
Well, because I really like cartoons, and my favorite cartoon series was happening while I had like lessons. So
Oh,
I was like, oh, I don't feel very well, and then I
and
could like watch it.
oh, and was the cartoon the Flintstones?
You know what? We don't have the Flintstones. I don't know what you're talking about. What's the Flintstones? Yeah, whatever. No, like,
What cartoon was it?
if I tell you, you're going to be what the fuck.
No, I won't. I want to hear.
Okay. My favorite cartoon back when I was 7, it was
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy.
I love that cartoon. Why would you be ashamed of that? It's a really good cartoon.
I
Kids
know, but
were
it's really fucked up.
kids were obsessed with that show. Yeah. Yeah. I love that show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, so for you, Ren and Stimpy took priority over piano lessons. And that
Yeah,
was literally the only reason why you did not go to piano lessons, because you had to see Ren and Stimpy.
yeah. And I used to go with my brother, and I think I trick him more times in him going to piano, and I have to skip it. And he actually learned how to play piano. He's really good at it, and I don't have a skill. I just-
I love that. Oh, I love that story. Thank you. Okay. All right, then what made you avoid flute lessons?
no, that I went, but it's flute, really.
Oh,
Like
right, that's right. You don't count it as a real
no, but
instrument.
I never could really flute. Is that how you
You
call it?
couldn't flute. You didn't know how to flute.
No, wait. I need to check my. We're going to the because I put some like potatoes in the
Oh,
oven.
wow. There's a lot going on for you today. You're making
It's
potatoes, you're
Sunday.
watching a
Banana. If we start doing like a cooking show. Stop. Let me take. Wait.
you have a cat and a dog, you have a kitchen, you gotta are you baking the potatoes?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that really. Okay, they're not that burned. It's good. Sorry. Such a
Whose
man.
whose place is this?
No one. Just kidding. Imagine it's a secret. No, my friend Alex, and they
Okay.
have like a kid and everything. So it's a very like proper adult kind of
Fa-
place.
family home.
Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
the cat is playing with this cape. You know when you never have like a lot of animals, like you feel like you're safe, but then all of a sudden they just appear. Sorry,
So
you have my
cute.
full, you have my full attention.
Okay, okay. You know what? Let's go into some flashcard questions. So this is based on a show called The Light in Your Eyes, which came out about 4 years ago. Okay. And so it's the same thing. You've done this a bunch of times, you know. I just give you a scenario and you're this character. What would you do if you were in this person's shoes, right? Okay. So let's say you're a woman named hye-ja. You're in your mid 20s
Ah.
and
Sorry.
you you live with, yeah, remember those days? Remember when you're in your mid 20s? You live with your brother and your parents,
Mm-hmm,
and your mom is a hairdresser, your dad is a cab driver,
mm-hmm.
and you also own a watch that can supposedly turn back time, but you haven't used this watch yet. Okay. One day you meet a boy. His name is Chunha, and he's your age, and he's a nice kid, good looking guy. He takes care of his grandmother. He's such a good boy. But one day his grandmother dies and he gets all fucked up. He's all sad. Okay. So the two of you go drinking, and then you say to him, I have a watch that can turn back time, and I'll help you. I'll help you turn back time so you could be with your grandmother. But instead, you get so drunk that you smash your face against the table and you pass out and you have a big gash on your forehead. And the next morning, you have nothing but your memories of the night before. What do you do?
Wait. The clock is smash. I smashed it.
No, you just smashed your forehead. You
Oh,
didn't smash the clock. The clock didn't work. You just got really drunk and you passed out in front of this cute boy.
but the clock works.
The clock didn't work. No, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
No, you told him it works, but instead you just passed out in front of him.
Huh, what a weird premise for for whatever series this is. But well, um, okay. I will hire a woman that looks a lot like a grandma,
Uh huh.
and say like, "Hey, look at this woman." I would just pay an actress to do it and
Oh.
get breast implants for some reason.
And you get breast implants or she gets breast implants?
We can both get it, I guess.
Oh, you both get four new pairs of boobs. A random actress lady who is hired to pretend to be his grandma. Okay. Okay. How do you explain to him that this is his grandma even though she looks nothing like her?
I would be like, don't be mean to her. I would just like appeal to like guy dumbness. I don't want to be mean to guys, but they don't remember a lot. You can be like, yes, that's what I did yesterday. And they're like, really? I told you about it. You never listen.
Oh, so you gaslight him into thinking that this is your his
Yeah,
grandma.
but back
Okay,
in
got
the
it.
day, he doesn't know what gaslighting means.
Got it. I understand. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Let's say you're the same woman. You're hye-ja again. All right. You find out that your dad got into a car accident during his shift and he dies. So you take your magic watch and you turn back time and you bring him back to life. He's back to life, okay? And you wake up from a dream, you go into the living room and your dad is sitting there in the living room and your brother is there, your mom is there, and you're like freaking out. You're like, "Oh my god, it worked. You're alive. You're okay." And you're crying. And everybody's looking at you like you're crazy. They're all looking at you like you've lost your mind. They don't even know what to do. They're just so afraid. And you're like, "Why? What's wrong?" And then you go and look at yourself in the mirror and you are an 80-year-old woman. What do you do?
Get implants. What if that's the answer for everything? Just put some boobs in my eyes. Oh my god, no. 80 years old.
80 years old. 80 years old.
Oh no. Well, I guess if I have the wave. So basically, we're trading with my dad. I can bring my dad to life, but I
Mhm.
have to be closer to death, basically. So the watch is like, tiki. Do I like my dad so much? I don't know. What happens if I kill him? If I kill him? No, what if I make him
Oh.
being in a
Mm.
little coma?
Ah.
Would I get younger?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's like something you would have to experiment. So, okay, you would either consider killing him or putting him in a coma to get your youth back. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, coma. I don't want to kill him.
Co-
I brought him to life, so I don't want to be mean to dad. Apparently, I.
yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
maybe I just like go to. You know what? I'm retired. Maybe I just go to like a cruise ship with some
Ah.
people. Get friends, get fucked. I cannot get pregnant.
Yeah. You just live your old lady 80-year-old life as best as you can.
Like we'll do guns all the time to people.
Finger guns all day on a cruise with cute boys and
Oh, I
other old
love that for
ladies.
me. Yes. Forget about that. That could live his life. I will go to a cruise ship.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, okay, okay. Let's say you're the same old lady, all right? So, as we know, turns out if you turn back time, the consequence is that you end up aging 3 times your original age, okay? So nobody recognizes you, including that cute boy that you were hanging out with the other night. This Chunha guy, he doesn't recognize you, okay? But now, after his grandmother died, he went a little cuckoo and he joined his uncle who goes around town to all these like senior citizen homes and he scams them by selling them like vitamins and supplements that don't even work and just like collects cash from them. So he's not this nice little boy that you met before. What do you do?
I mean, I feel like I will not remember that much because I'm old. I feel like this will really be beneath me.
Mm.
Well, I mean, like, I will be maybe want to talk to him, but then I will be like, wait, where are my pills? Oh, I fart funny. Or I would take a little nap.
So you would do old lady stuff and not give a shit what this kid does because you don't care.
Well, do you think I'm his type like this? I mean, he could surprise me. Do you think he could
Oh,
see my little eyes if I just like, go all like, what's the name of this the Shrek character? Cat in boots. If I go all cats in boots with,
puss in boots.
yeah, if I go all like that, he will be like, "Is that you?" Yes, but I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So your only motive would be, does he recognize me and the young woman that I was? It would just be like a personal thing. Whether whatever he does with the scamming and the pills, like you don't give a shit. It's not your problem.
Let him do him. I mean, he's young. I'm really old. I mean, I live my life. Maybe I will try to see if he has a good, cool old uncle I can find.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I actually really like this answer. Yeah, you're right. Your take is I'm an old bitch. I mind my business. He's a young dude. Who gives a shit? Let him be young. It's fine. You're gonna
Yeah.
live your best old lady life. Okay, love that. Okay, okay, okay. So let's say you're the same old lady, and there's a creepy old man at the senior citizen center that you go to. He has a big crush on you,
Oh.
okay? And you don't like him. He's ugly, he's short, he's not, he's creepy. But he's so into you that he reaches out to your brother and buys your brother all kinds of food and gifts to make him convince you to go out with him. What do you do?
Mm, I will try to see what kind of medication is he taking
Uh-huh.
and double it.
In order to kill him?
No, just so he can have a little spin. I don't like creepos.
Just to confuse him for a little while.
A little bit, and then
Okay.
I will set things on fire and say it was his fault.
Oh, wow. Wow, you're crazy when you turn old, huh? Yeah.
Apparently, yes. I wouldn't picture this for myself, but apparently, I'm insane.
Yeah, you're, like, getting implants in your eyes, you're mixing up drugs, you're
I
all
don't get
kinds of
it.
kooky.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love it.
I'm gonna be
I love
Reef.
it. Yeah, it sounds like you'll be a real good time, yeah, in your 80s. I'll definitely hit you up in your 80s. Okay, okay. Let's say you're the same old lady, you're hye-ja again, okay? Your older brother is like, he's unemployed. He sits at home all day making video content for Bitcoin, all right? That's all he does. And, you think he's pathetic, right? Everybody thinks your brother's pathetic. Now, one day, he's in his room sleeping, okay? But you go in his room and you see that his computer is recording, it's filming him sleep. So you go and you start talking to to his video, all right? The next day, he has 13,000 new Bitcoins because of your little vlog post, okay? And now he wants to convince you to be his online co star. What do you do?
Hell yeah. That's what I would say.
You say yes.
Yes.
And you would do it for free?
No. I mean, wait. My brother is not paying me? Is that what I just found out?
Yeah, he was just going to do this for his own good. Yeah.
Well, I guess he's a loser. So,
Mm.
I mean, I am retired. I get really nice retire money, I want to think. I don't know. Um, I don't know how retirement works, but
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
and I'm not rich. Yeah, I guess I will help him out, and then I will get some of the. I guess it's bitcoins when bitcoins were something.
Bitcoins are still something, but
Sure. I
yeah.
didn't hear good things. Um, yeah, I will see. Maybe I can steal some bitcoins and put it
Okay.
in my carpet because that's what I think it is. Because
You're
I'm
right.
old.
Yes, you take the computer and you put it in your carpet. That's how you know that the Bitcoin will be safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I love that. That's like such an old lady move. That's beautiful. Thank you, Huli. Oh, that was perfect. Okay. La- Final question. Let's say now you are the dad, okay?
Mhm.
You've been taking care of your elderly mother for quite a while, but she has Alzheimer's. And she suddenly starts calling you dad. She thinks you are her father, and she thinks that she is 25 years old, but she suddenly one day woke up as an 80-year-old woman. And you took her to the doctor, and the doctor is like, your mother has Alzheimer's and she's confused and she thinks she's 25, and in order to prevent any shock, it would be best if you and your wife and your son all play along with it and pretend that you are in her reality. What do you do?
I'm the dad now. So sad. I guess I will take my supposedly daughter. Where should I take her? Spring break? Yes. Or Mardi Gras or something like that. And get her some implants.
Okay, very good, very good. Love that. All right.
That
That's
you blow my mom. This book. I don't know.
yeah. I
This.
know. I know. The ending I was like, "What? Holy shit." I did not see that coming. My mind was like flipped. I was like, this is too much. It was overwhelming. I know. I know. All right, that was great. Thank you, Huli.
Thank you.